back Browns franchise. In the last stream, we went through the offseason, free agency, draft, preseason, and this is what we are ending up looking like going into week 1. I'm very happy with how this team looks. However, I am noticing an injury to Parker is definitely going to be interesting, but nothing we won't be able to, bypass. I think we look very good. I mean, I feel like we only got better in a lot of spots, and the positions we got worse in, we're saving a lot of money. Defensively, it's pretty much the same situation. I feel like we're in probably the best situation we've been in, and I think this is going to be probably our best year in terms of like actual roster. And we are going to be missing Devontae Parker. He is the only player, which is amazing. However, something I just saw that I don't really like is the fact that at left end, was it? There is... Oh, there is Eric Malone. No idea why he was down there. Season goal, we're going how we always do. Playoffs. Dan Herbert won the Super Bowl last year. I imagine he's going to win a playoff game or two. And with that expectation now, I feel like we can take a different approach. In case you're curious about the scouts, these are what we're working with. And we're going to get right into it. But what I'm trying to talk about is the fact that we now have a trusted quarterback. So we're no longer reliant on the defense in the run game, which I feel like it's going to give us way more diverse play calls. The only concern is I feel like there are definitely a lot of new faces. And I feel like that's going to be our big issue is Sebastian Watkins is new. He as a starter. And we have a lot of new alignment, so I feel like that is going to be a struggle early on. However, I'm expecting us to be maybe not the best team record-wise, but statistically speaking, we're going to be up there. Number 1 is what I'm hoping for. Honestly, anything else might be disappointing. Dan Herbert managed to turn what looked like to be a sack into a touchdown. Our first touchdown this season is, a huge one in terms of just shows right there. Dan Herbert can do it with his legs as well. But I am expecting big things out of this season, whether it be MVPs, Players of the Year, Super Bowls. I'm expecting big things. our best season ever, potentially. Although I definitely feel like as a starter is going to be a rival to this season if all goes well. Huge hit by Jamie Cobb, and a player got injured, Peterson. On 4th and goal, they are going to send out the offense. And Jamie Rhodes makes the tackle. Probably the only player who could have. He had to die for it. Beautiful play call by us to not let them score. Yeah, bad throw. I mean, we're doing very well so far, even though we've only put up 7 points. We got the ball somehow. Handing it off again. Third and goal now. Once again at the 3-yard line. Same exact situation. Fourth and goal at the 3. Safe. Looks like they are going to take a different play call. However, I am not budging. Alright, and they do take the field goal. Sucks that we stepped out of bounds there, but that was not, something we could have really done about that. In a run after the catch, at least. The 3th touchdown in the world, and you just messed it up horrifically. I mean, that's a big issue right there. Damian Vernon's going to get into the end zone on a 7-yard carry. We're going to take a 14-3 lead. With the clock winding, we will have another drive, 3 timeouts, minute 15 to go. And a horrific throw. Dan Herbert has 2 interceptions so far. That's definitely concerning, but it's also great to know that even though we've had 2 interceptions, that we've still only allowed them to have a field goal. But I feel like Dan Herbert is definitely shaking up this game. I don't know if it's week 1 nerves, first game of the season as well, Thursday night. But he needs to lock in. It's again, not a good throw there. Kind of let it in front of the receiver, need to kind of put it on his chest. and we make that tackle down to 17, we were not letting them get a chance. In the past, I would have gone for the hit stick, but not this time.
Here we go. Here we go.
We get the first down.
Let's go.
And one of the most interesting throws I've seen. I mean, that was pure beauty. Battle scramble. Looks like he's gonna get sacked, but right before, just gets that ball out. And good job by Devion Carter for being situational, being heads up. As we're going to score our third rushing touchdown of the game. And Damian Vernon's going to get it again. That's probably going to be the dagger for the game. 4th and 14 just for safe measure, which, if they fail, would most definitely write it into the game. And then Jamie Rhodes with the interception as well. But Terrence Whitfield, I think, injured. Yep. So in a position we're already low on depth on. I mean, we stepped up. Dan Herbert did not have the greatest game. There's no denying that. 16 for 27, 175 yards, and 2 interceptions. No touchdowns, by the way. Rushing-wise, though, steps up huge. 5 yards per carry nearly for Kyle Rogers and a touchdown. Nearly 150 yards. Damian Vernon got 2 touchdowns and averaged 5 a carry. Dan Herbert even got involved with the rushing game. 4.5 yards and a touchdown. Receiving. Chris Reese was held silent. 1 reception for 7 yards. Meanwhile, very similar stat lines between the other 3 as 55, 66, and 47. Blocking. Sack for Cole Stanley and Harvey Brown. Defensively, total tackles Jamie Rhodes with 8, 6 for Antonio Torrance, 5 for Cobb and Whitfield. 2 sacks for Pat Boone, 1 for Whitfield. Caldwell, half a sack for Cobb and McCutcheon. Interception for Jamie Rhodes. Kicking, none were attempted. Punting, 49.6 average. And judging based off of how that game went, maybe I was a bit too confident because we really struggled with the passing game with not only a lack in yards, passing yards by Dan Herbert, but Chris Reese only getting 7 yards and 1 reception. Dustin Harrison, gonna be honest, no idea who that is, but he ends up getting signed. The Ravens are always a fun game. We always seem to have close ones with them. I feel like it's very 50-50 when we play. I feel like we are the most well matched up. It's how it always is. The Ravens and the Jets, I feel like, always give us the biggest problem. As we're gonna get nothing from that. And 4th, we're gonna look at this. I see little reason not to. And Devion Carter, I mean, what was a 4th and 1 turns into a huge gain. What was that, 36, 37 yards? And we're already off to a great start in this game with that, you know, conversion. Lucky for us, Terrence Whitfield is back in the lineup. Could have been very bad. And with that, they are in field goal range, but they're also only a yard away from the first down. I'm going to be honest, I think they're going to go for this, but I'm still going to commit. And we got a penalty because of that.
Automatic first down.
Alright, so what turned into a field goal, nearly blocked, is now coming back to bite us because... What? We need to take a look at that. You need to go for that, 38. Mike Sherman. And the fact that that isn't a touchdown is... that's a tutty. Bro just got scanned out as a touchdown. You better hope you get this. You have 4 plays to score, or else call it. Okay. Oh, we get a whole drive? Martin Cruz destroys the Chiefs, although the Chiefs haven't really been much without Patrick Mahomes. Just shows how good he is. Looks like they might be bringing a blitz. There's no way. I know I did not just watch you drop that ball, Kyle Rogers. I understand you're not a receiving back, but that is a gimme. Dan Herbert took a hit for that, and oh. I also want to quickly check the slot stuff, because I know yeah, that's not what we're going to be doing. If anything, Tony Flowers can be that too, because he used to be a corner. And I said the big issue with this team would be pressure. With the new O-line. It was an if, because you see I went for the hit stick there and he just brushed it off. But that's crazy how we should be winning this game right now and we're tied but about to go down because of stupidity. Byron Morgan just barely missing that interception. It was right there. I thought we had it. If I'm a gambling man, which I'm not, they're running this ball. That's why I'm not. Okay, and we're gonna get our ass kicked this game. There's no denying that. The Ravens are always our biggest competition. They're chewing clock. They do not want us to have another drive. Ooh, no, dead ass. I mean, who the fuck did you just switch on to? That's an interception. Who did you... We're going to find out. Probably switch on to Antonio Torrance. Why? Why would you switch on to him? There was a free interception with 38, and you decide, yeah, I don't want that. Put on your fucking wig. Cause you're all you are is a clown. Put on the wig and nose and make it all on. You're a clown. I mean, look at Kyle Rogers just make man after man miss right there. Nice play. Gets the truck. Probably shouldn't have got that. The spin move is definitely reasonable. Chris Reese pressed one-on-one. Could be a shout. So could Mitch Pace, potentially. I would definitely argue there was some interference there. However, I think it's a smart no call. Oh my gosh, that was nearly beautiful. We could not buy a completion if we 4 for 12. That's the stat line we're putting up right now, Dan Herbert. Maybe it's a good idea I drafted a quarterback in the first. I simply did that to trade him. But, I mean, with how you're playing, holy shit, you suck right now. Because, like I said, we do this every single time. This is no surprise with my team. I will tell you, depending on how this play goes as well, we are a front-running team. We play best when we're front-running. We play bad when we're not. Can we come from behind and win? Yes. Yes. But confidence and execution are two completely different things. We thought up Kyle Rogers, Dan Herbert. That's the throw I was looking for out of you. I knew you had that in you. The high throw. Like, you gotta make that throw, though. You definitely turned it around. You were 4 for 12, you're now 12 for 22. Dan Herbert got it, Dan Herbert. And we're gonna take a lead, our first in a long time. And we are running with this. I don't know what has happened, but we have completely flipped the script from how the first half was going and how the second half is going. I mean, 32 to 21. We lose by 11. We probably should have gone for 2 there, but it's fine. Make it a 2 touchdown. It didn't switch on to the right guy, but it was incomplete anyway, so I'll take it.
Let's go.
Oh, they're taking their timeouts now. That's smart because the 2-minute warning will be essentially timeout free from. Ideally, I want this play to probably take 4 seconds. Well, if it can take more, perfect, but if not. And we do have to settle for a field goal, but like I said, it's perfect. Because in my mind, I was expecting an incompletion. And they do not score. We win 35-21. We turned it around. Dan Herbert, 3 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. Complete turnaround from how last game went. He scored all 4 of our touchdowns because he also got the rushing one. Receiving, Devion Carter gets 2. And he goes off this game, 6 for 110. It's nice to see that he's finally getting, that production we were expecting. Kyle Rogers also getting a touchdown. Chris Reese, 2 for 21, is now starting to concern. Antoine Barton, Miles Doherty, doing good. 7 for Joey Caldwell, 6 for Sherman and Antonio Torrance. Sack for Whitfield, half for Caldwell and McCutcheon. No interceptions. Kicking was perfect. 57.5 average into punting. That's the kind of success I like to see. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I will let Paul McCollum continue to get reps in the slot corner role. However, I do want Byron Morgan to be the starter. McCollum, you can be the 2. That's completely fine. New ability unlocked for Mike Sherman. Good job, him. Unless we have a breakout, which I doubt we do, we're not going to do this game. We might. I don't think so. Maybe because he got 4 touchdowns, Dan Herbert could. Yeah, none. Alright, well, we'll do what we normally do, negotiations. Terrence Whitfield is huge. However, he is 29. He will be 30 by next season. Mike Sherman, Harvey Brown, Paul McCollum, Stanley Friedman. Mitch Pace is looking for another contract. Carlos Spears, Damian Vernon, Chris Justice, Isaiah Jacobs, Tyrone Sweeney. You are not getting brought back. You have sucked for us. And then we have, oh my gosh, 5 fifth-year options. And all of them are probably going to get picked up. Brett Franz deserves a contract extension. There's no denying it. He has played so well for us. And considering he won't be paid more than $4 million a year, so I'm completely fine to do that. Terrence Whitfield, I think, let's just be clear, $24 million. I think we'll wait on him. Harvey Brown, I think for the moment we're gonna wait on. He's not necessarily the biggest need. Corey Gallery, I don't really know if I want you back because you're old. But this is going to be interesting because I have a lot of players I want to bring back. Like Carlos Spears has been a very consistent depth piece for us. And he's very cheap, so we might as well do it.